am the sheriff. I'm an honorary deputy. I am the sheriff, so I'll arrest you for taking vaccines. Sheriff man, he comes, he tells me,
I don't like when he does that voice.
you can't arrest people for taking vaccines.
Oh, vaccines.
Yep, there we're back.
But I show him the badge he gave me. So I'm arresting people for taking the COVID vaccine. Oh yeah,
Not giving
that's
up
what I'm
on
doing for the COVID vaccine. I say,
Choices.
don't take the COVID shot.
Well, that's Eric Clapton with his latest remake of. He's been doing a series of these, ladies and gentlemen. He goes through and he reinvents his previous hits, and of course, that's a Scotty, take it out. I
More
cannot
of a
hear it anymore.
reimagining.
A reimagining. Yeah. Oh my God.
He's like an Imagineer, but for problematic old boomer dudes.
Yeah, he's like that time that Gus Van Sant was like, I can do Psycho.
And it's going to be exactly the same. And we're all going to think that's not an interesting at best idea.
Literally the same. Even though I think there was a shot of a butthole instead of a drain.
That's the thing.
In his
just swirling around a bleached butthole.
Bleached butthole.
My God.
Gus Van Sant Psycho. If you want to see it, it's $1 at the Val Verde Cinemadrome this weekend. That is a hot specialty for you.
257th week in a row.
Oh
One of
my
the
God.
best-selling movies we've got there.
Best-selling movies we've got at the Val Verde Cinemadrome. Gus Van Sant's Psycho. But I will say, that's a weird one. Okay, so that's his remake of Bob Marley's, of course, rest in power, his I Shot the Sheriff. But in this version...
Not into the choice he made with the voice.
No, I don't like the he did the original
voice.
one, too. His little reggae raga voice.
It's a little sketchy.
It's a lot sketchy.
It's actually just pure sketchy.
It's a big pile of sketchy. It's like that scene in Jurassic Park that's a meme.
Oh
where,
my God, big pile of sketchy. That's one of my favorite Mike Birbiglia movies.
Oh my God,
just about
so
the
good.
sketch comedy scene.
Yep. Biggs and his big pile of sketchy. That's also at the Val Verde Cinemadrome. $1 this weekend. Go on out and check that out. But just to wrap up talking about Scotty, we're going to wrap up our studio producer right behind the glass over there. We can see him. You cannot. He's giving me the sign like story's over. But story's never over until Turlington says.
And that's the problem. He's saying story's over, but he's making the hand motion for
doing
extend.
The stretch. So I'm going to stretch, Scotty. You need to learn your hand motions. I will say Eric Clapton in this version, he's the sheriff now because he got an honorary badge and he is using it to basically hunt down, Dog the Bounty Hunter style, people who have taken the COVID vaccine, man after my own heart.
I mean, he's hooked on it. I think it feels like the world honestly has moved past it.
Hey,
did he get the honorary from RFK Jr.?
Oh, he had to have. I hope so. God, I love that guy.
My God, Eric Clapton is just going to thrive in our new climate.
Oh, my God.
And no one's going to tell him, hey, Eric, in these new versions you're doing, your vocals are really loud.
They're real loud. Were they really loud? Like, were they too loud in that version?
Maybe piercingly loud. Maybe because you noticed because he's doing the raga voice. It really makes you put a real spotlight on it.
You cannot bury a raga voice. Everyone knows it. I know it. You know it now. Hey, this is the Geoff and Whisp Show.
Adrian Brody wished he could have.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry, I just went.
That was the intro. We've had issues on our intro.
My God, we have. We've had issues. I apologize. People of Val Verde, I apologize.
Thank you.
You are who we are talking.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Take it back as if this never happened.
Beep, beep, beep.
This
back,
affront. Back. Beep, beep, beep. Back.
Sorry, Adrian Brody.
Sorry, Adrian. Oh, Adrian Brody.
Star of The Brutalist and the SNL monologue.
And he says,
introducing Snow.
And recently, I believe he said, hey, I never did that. Despite the video proof.
There's video.
Of him doing
was it for Snow
character.
or Sean Paul? Because either way, he was wearing
I think it was Snow.
a Rastafarian hat, quote unquote.
And even Snow was like, holy shit.
You heard him.
And Lorne was like, well, that's a really good voice, but he's never going to do it again. We're going to put him in a box.
He approved it. Halfway at the beginning, Lorne was like, you know what? Maybe we've got a new cast member.
Maybe
and then halfway through, he's like, well, this is just going on long. You know what the problem was?
What's that?
Wally, the cue card guy, went like this. He was trying to tell him
Wally,
he was doing the
guy
extends.
At SNL, he's just like, stretch it out. And Adrian's like, do more of the reggae voice? Okay. Great. Welcome to the Geoff and Whisp Show. I'm Whisp Turlington.
I'm Geoff the Angry Man Garlock.
And you are waking up, Val Verde. It is 7:03, first hour, off the chain, off the hook, as so many would say. My God, thank you to Michael McDonald for stopping by and bringing us some burgers from his, of course, McDonald's here. He has two locations in Val Verde that he runs. He goes back and forth between the two. He's like, what's at one? And he's like, to the next one. He's the only one working there. He's been trying so hard to get part-time help, Geoff.
He looks goddamn exhausted. He should ask Jeff Skunk Baxter. Speaking of Jeff, to get over there and help him, but, oil and water, those two sometimes.
Oil and water. Like us. Sometimes a lot of people say, Whisp Turlington and Geoff, the Angry Man Garlock, we're oil and water. A lot of people say they're a lot like Fire and Rain.
Oh, my God.
That James Taylor song.
I've seen Fire and Rain, and you know what? I'm not bragging about it either, James.
Do you know what the original title for Fire and Rain was?
What's that?
Heroin and Heroin.
And then the record producer was like, it's the same thing.
You're going to have to change that. He's like, I've seen heroin and I've seen heroin. And I was in the recording studio and I was like, James, we know.
And then he went like this and he was like, all right,
stretch it out. I'm going to stretch out with my hands. And he's like, more heroin. I'm like, come on, calm it down there. James Taylor.
Just Lane Staley would have been like, hey, take it easy.
They take, that stint that Lane Staley did in the Eagles, right at the Hell Freezes Over tour. He's saying...
they told him, you got to get rid of those wraparound sunglasses. He goes, I'm moving to Seattle and I'm starting a movement.
But when he's saying those shoes from the long run with Eagles on stage, he's like, what you gonna wear with those shoes? So good.
Don Henley pissed all over them bones. And I tell you, that was just a bad
Don Henley playing with the little sweatband, and he's just like,
the softest ahs you've ever heard for that version of them bones.
When I listened to the Alice in Chains version on their MTV Unplugged, I'm like, sorry guys, still not the softest version of them bones that I've ever heard.
That was my favorite part of that 4-hour Eagles documentary when they started talking about how most of that record was dirt at one point. It was an Eagles record, but Angry Chair was a lot less angry, I'll tell you that, when it was the Eagles.
And Wood was just a cute, nice ballad, really.
Beautiful ballad. Wasn't in drop D.
No.
Was just like nice finger-picking guitar.
Oh.
But that you could still feel the hatred between Glenn Frey and Don Henley.
Feel the hatred, and that's a wonderful thing. And you know what else is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing there, Geoff?
What is that, Wisp?
It is a little segment we do here on the Geoff and Whisp Show where we get to talk to some local businesses. Of course, that's the community calendar music in the bed, because, Scotty, we didn't have a local business spotlight.
Local business corner. It was it seems like it needs its own bed. And you were just like...
Missed opportunity there, Scotty.
Missed opportunity. You've made a bed for missed opportunity, which is not a segment we're even doing anymore.
We cut missed opportunity.
Quit
doing the hand thing, Scotty.
Jesus Christ,
I don't know what you want. Do I wrap it up? Do I delay?
Hope not, because we've got a good guest here.
We finally have a good guest, and I brought this one in. Not you, Scotty.
First hour was a bunch of chuds.
What a bunch of chuds. But thank you so much to Peter Cetera, formerly of Chicago, for coming in.
Doing his one-man play about the movie Chud.
Yep. Richard Grieco directed that one-man Chud with Peter Cetera. And the part where he's like, I am a chud who will fight for your honor. Oh, tears. Nothing but tears here in the Rock and Roll RV. But that's not the fucking
Wish I could see it in Edinburgh.
Right,
wish I could see it in Edinburgh.
Wish I could see it in Edinburgh. I wish I could get in the car and drive on up to the Edinburgh.
A lot of clown work in Peter Cetera's one-man judge.
You know, people say if you're learning clown, you got to learn clown from Peter Cetera, the former bassist and lead vocalist for the group Chicago. Scotty is our guest here. Will you let him in? Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, local business spotlight, here we go. Who are you?
Hey guys, before we start, I really need this to work, so if you guys can just make sure this goes well whenever we start the fucking interview. Can you just just let me know when we're live and I'll
Okay.
No, we're live.
We're live. Scotty, delay. Fire it.
Sorry?
You probably should have earlier with me.
Sorry?
We're on, sir. Who are you? Welcome to the Geoff and Whisp Show. This is your chance to show Val Verde how your business is going to do it for them and us, and more importantly, for you. Pretend it's Shark Tank. Give it to us.
Well, I'm sorry about
But we're not going to give you any money.
how we began. My name is Jack Water Jr.
Jack Water Jr.
I'm the founder of, it's not a new water company, it's my family water company, but I've recently been put in charge. The water space is crowded. The water space is
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
a disaster right now, and
Truly.
so I'm trying to differentiate us. We have a new product line coming out soon. You know, I know you guys are, it's a hard rock show. Is that correct?
It's classic rock.
Classic rock.
You know, you may
rock.
get a little Motley Crue in here. We may, you touch
little
your nose
Journey.
there, Jeff. You have to touch your nose when you're talking about hard rock. You might get a few Metallica songs, you know. You never know.
So I guess, are you familiar with Liquid Death?
Oh my God. It's one of my favorite things in the entire. I bathe in it.
Okay.
I submerge myself.
So there is crossover with the classic rock community and Liquid Death?
Oh, 100%.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Classic
you can't-
rock loves big tall boys of water.
Yep. If there's something that classic rock loves, it's a big tall boy.
Because the beauty
water.
of classic rock is there's a lot of old alcoholics.
Oh, yeah.
And so
just
they
wanna-
need something. They need
they-
something to be drinking at a classic rock show.
They say they're not alcoholics anymore, but the way they're clicking until you put that tall boy of water in their hands.
Oh my God.
This is new information for me. My research and development team told me there was absolutely no
Really?
crossover between the classic rock and the hard rock communities. So the fact that Liquid Death already has such market penetration into classic rock is actually this is a huge disaster.
He said penetrations.
Penetration.
Good guess.
Penetration.
Well,
That is good stuff.
Good one. Good one. I'm going to write that down.
Anyway, we're just gonna do it. I'm sorry for saying penetration. Is this internet radio or is this
No, this is terrestrial radio.
Terrestrial radio, the best radio.
The terrestrial radio. It's going out to here, Val Verde, the greater Val Verde Valley, Charlottesburg, Foxtown, Reaganiston, and then all the way down to the border.
Okay, good.
Of course, Borderton. We don't like to
is
go
one of
there.
our
We don't
key
talk about it.
demographics.
Yep. All of your people, basically.
Prime markets.
And it's a podcast. It's a podcast.
It is a
It is a
goes out.
podcast that the kids
So
are
it is-
liking.
it's like,
Well,
oh, kids are like,
I just
can't
need
get
to
enough.
know because some of our products are they have names that are a little bit edgy. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say them on terrestrial radio.
Ooh.
Edgy names from Jack Water? That seems
Junior?
intense to me. Jack Water Jr. would be giving us some edgy names.
Now, I don't know if you know this, Jack Water Jr., but I went to college with your dad, Jack Water Sr.
I did. That's how I was able to secure this interview. I've been trying to get promo space all over town. This is
Yep.
I placed.
I grew up with 5-gallon
78 calls.
bubblers of Jack Water in my house all the time.
Jack Water. Everyone loves Jack Water. Jack Water Jr.
Every,
Jack
that's their motto too. Always has been. Everybody loves Jack Water.
That was the
It explodes in your hand, Jack Water. You remember that from, it was what, 77, 78? That was their radio jingle. It's just like, gonna get all over the place, Jack Water.
Yeah, my dad wrote that.
He did.
He wrote that. You better be getting some money from those Hot Pockets people because they stole that jingle. They stole that rhythm.
Bastards.
And I gotta tell you, those bastards. Because we all knew in Val Verde that was Jack Water. We always knew it was Jack Water.
We were, but I gave those rights away in a recent negotiation. I was misinformed about what exactly was going on, and so the company is in a tough spot. My father reminds me of this every day.
Wow.
So thanks for bringing it up.
Oh, now, why did you give away the rights to that world famous Jack Water jingle?
Well, my understanding was that we would get back mineral rights to everything underneath the Hot Pocket factory. Little did I know, there's nothing down there.
That's barren land.
That's a Hot Pocket factory. Of course, if you're just listening right now and you're new to the Val Verde area, that is the Hot Pocket factory halfway between Val Verde and Charlottesburg. And I could have told you, ain't nothing in that ground.
It's actually
Jim Gaffigan could have told you there ain't nothing in that ground. All right.
Oh my God.
It's what's known as an EPA super site. So we actually are unable to even enter the premises for water collecting purposes.
No, they made those glow-in-the-dark Hot Pockets, and then that just seeped into the groundwater, and you can't do nothing with that. It's gone.
Doesn't sound very much like a super site to me, Jack Water Jr.
That's very funny. That's very funny. The board,
it is very funny.
The board didn't think it was so funny when I tried that at the board meeting, and I was officially reprimanded, and my pay was docked over 85% for making that.
Good God.
85%?
What's 85% of nothing?
Well, no, at the time I was paid quite handsomely. I was my bonus package was in the hundreds of millions, and now we're down to
the Jackwater dynasty. I can't even imagine. Just Scrooge McDuckin over there, but in Jackwater.
Jackwater. But now you're basically making Jeff money, if you know what I mean.
I don't make nothing here.
He makes nothing. I pay him
That's
so
about
little.
where I'm at. That's about where I'm at.
So
I wouldn't want anyone to be in my position. I'll just say that right now.
Well, I can relate to that.
I don't want to be in your position either. Keg stand.
There we go.
There he is.
Keg
Over
stand.
there.
Checking in.
I'm close to doing something about it, but
I'm really sorry. Jack Water Jr. I imagine it's a hard thing to be so depressed about your business and to come on to a show that is just so goddamn fun in the 7 o'clock hour in the morning. It is 7:14 right here on 108.9 The Hawk. And I do have to ask you a very, very serious question, Jack Water Jr.
yes.
Would you say that your business is in dire straits?
Yeah, I guess
that's a
one
question we ask.
That's one way to put it. The accountants, they phrased it as a burn rate of, I think they said we had like 11 hours left.
11 hours?
When did they tell you that? Like last hour?
This morning. We had a meeting this morning.
What time was that meeting?
About 6:45 a.m. So,
oh my God, you're burning some hours here.
You're burning some time right here on 108.9 The Hawk.
You know, we're launching our new product line, as I mentioned. And I'm really hoping that we'll be able to get the sales up, get some revenue coming in. We'll be able to hold off on this.
No, Jack Water Jr. I gotta say, we're going to talk more about your business, and I'd love to finally learn the name of the new business because we've been talking Jack Water for so long. I got a little aching for it.
And you're running out of hours, and we still haven't even gotten any advertisement out there.
I do got to say there, we do have to do traffic.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
Wow! I want traffic to want me. I need traffic to need me. I'd love traffic to love me. Yep, that's Cheap Trick, Rockford, Illinois' finest. And if you woke up this morning thinking, I want me to want gridlock, You got it. Don't call them the Dream Police. Nope. Today, they're the Gridlock Police because of one little concert tonight at the Verde Dome. Now, it's a long-standing tradition that when you see Cheap Trick and Val Verde, you gotta dress up like them. And I have never seen so many Rick Nielsen's and Bunny Carlos's just slowly walking their asses up 422 and down the Verde Dome exit ramp. It's almost as if George A. Romero was still alive and shot a new Dawn of the Dead with nothing but Robin Zanders. These Cheap Trick fans walk slow as hell. So the 422 is in gridlock. And that in turn blocks up Mother Love Bone Lane, which then in turn blocks up Lane Staley Street. So if you're trying to get down to Hog Street, you better throw on a Tom Peterson costume and head on down with the rest of the zombie-ass Cheap Trick fans, because that's the only way you're getting anywhere today. And that's traffic from the Bert's Funeral Flowers traffic desk. I'm Art Spart on 108.9 The Hawk.
With Bert's Funeral Flowers, with Bert's Funeral Flowers.
Wow.
Great advice from Art right there,
Great advice. Great.
Tom Peterson, that's the way to go, to just not get paid attention to if you're dressed as a member of Cheap Trick.
No.
The most non-assuming member of Cheap Trick.
Now, there are so many roads in Val Verde. You could be driving down 14. You could be driving down 15. You could be driving down 16.
Fellas, I don't mean to interrupt. While you were doing the traffic, I was on the phone with the accountants. They've updated their calculation because they were not aware that this was a paid spot, and that I am, that Jackwater is sponsoring. The entire hour. So
whole hour.
That actually puts our burn rate at we have about 38 minutes left.
38 minutes, and you still haven't gotten to what is this new product that is sponsoring this.
I don't mean to press you. I don't mean to interrupt. I know you have a job to do, but I did just want to update you on sort of.
No, Jack.
Hey, you got to update
JWJR, we're going to be really fast. We're going to be so fast. JWJR, you will not understand the speed, but I do have to do this again.
That's right.
Jeff.
I apologize. Just
Okay. We'll get to it. Jeff, you could be driving down 14. You could be driving down 15. You could be driving down Route 16. Or maybe your car just breaks down on the edge of 17. It's Stevie Nicks on 108.9 The Hawk.
No more running one McDonald's, 'cause now I own a second one. I'm leaving the doobies in yesterday. I'm holding the keys to 2 McDonald's front doors. 2 McDonald's, never lie me. You want McDonald's? I've got 2 locations now. 2 McDonald's, never lie me. I keep McMagic alive at 2 restaurants. It's me again, Michael McDonald, letting you know I own not 1, but 2 McDonald's franchises right here in Val Verde. Why? Well, the whole time I was on that reunion tour with the Doobies, I couldn't help wondering what owning a second Michael McDonald's location would feel like. Sure, the first one almost killed me because I had to run it basically by myself. But surely a second one wouldn't do the same, right? And with that logic, I bought a second one 2 blocks away from the first. I'm still running down Huck Street between the two, and I'm starting to wonder if I made a dire mistake. But then I smile and remember I own 2 McDonald's now. So come on out. I keep McMagic alive at 2 restaurants. Michael's McDonald's, Hog Street and Hog Street.
Hello, this is Jeff the Anger Man Garlock with an official 108.9 The Hawk PSA. People of Val Verde, or should I say manufacturers of Val Verde, can you do us all a solid and stop putting blinding blue LED lights on every piece of technology we buy? Whether it be headphones, toasters, or a crappy bootleg charger. I don't need something that's gonna burn out my retinas just to let me know the goddamn thing's working. I know it's working, and especially if it's something I'm gonna be putting in my bedroom. I worked so hard to make it dark in there so I can get some good sleep, and now I gotta cover up the display on this air purifier with an old sock, and now it stinks. Like old socks. So do us a solid, turn down the brightness, and send me some stink remover. And that's been a 108.9 The Hawk PSA. 108.9 The Hawk. We've got your ass covered.
Bring it on the holiday. Get your tickets to see Judy, Def Leppard at the Verde. JWJ, let me finish this here.
Just hold on, JWJ.
Jesus
I know you got
Christ
your
almighty.
ticking down. That was an extra long commercial break we did take.
Extra long commercial break, courtesy of Jack Water, blowing your hand. Jack Water, it's all over
your
man.
face.
Oh my God!
Jack Water, just a classic.
Gotta say that we're all jazzed up, we're all juiced for the Journey Def Leppard show this weekend at the Enormo Dome, brought to you by Jack Water. And we're going to be giving away tickets for free. They're paying for it all, kids.
They're paying for it. These tickets are free. They're free, but paid for by them.
Free, but paid for. And these are good tickets. We're talking VIP. You want to hang out with Phil Collins after the show?
My God.
You can do it. He's the guitarist, not Phil Collins. Scotty, I see you doing the stretch thing. You're wrong.
Phil Collins is not even showing up for Genesis shows or his own solos. He's not showing up for a Def Leppard show. I'll tell you that right now. My God.
And then, of course, you want to hang out with Neil Schon.
Oh my God. He's not gonna make you forget that he is Journey. He's like, I'm Journey, man. And you're like, what about your singer? And he's like, I'm Journey. And then all of a sudden he's playing you that Sean and Hammer records he did with Jan Hammer, and you're like, now we're not even talking about Journey anymore. Jesus.
Oh my God, we forgot about our guest. Jack Water Jr. It's so good to have you here, taking the local business from your father and shooting for the skies, I would say. Does it feel like you're shooting for the skies?
I'm more just kind of trying to keep my feet on the ground. We're really treading water, I guess is how I would put it. Really treading water. I'm just.
That's a good spot for a business, is to be treading water.
Yeah.
That's also a good campaign advertising.
Oh my God, tread water with Jack Water. That's fantastic.
Water. I don't know if you guys heard, apparently my house is up for collateral if the business goes down. We just had twins. This is
twin houses or twin human beings?
Sorry. My accountants are
under your desk.
Breaking my headphones. 1 sec.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there we go.
No.
Sorry.
I'll repeat the question. Twin houses or twin humans?
Twin humans. My wife. Well,
twin houses would be weird.
She during the break she texted, I guess we're trying to trial separation. My wife, or I don't even know what term to use. She just gave birth last night to the new twins. So.
Gave birth last night and doing the trial separation all at the same time.
Well, congratulations to you,
and my
Papa.
condolences at the same time.
Condolences. I got to say, I've been married 7
You might
times.
want to go into twin houses instead of twins there.
Houses.
I can't even afford the one. I can't afford the one.
Oh, no.
My God.
Oh, no. But I will say, there's really no such thing as a trial separation. I've had 5 of them, and they all ended up being divorces. Very, very, very expensive divorces. Scotty does my books. He's looking at me, and this sign that he's doing is just like the amount of sheer money that went from my
He does this,
coffers.
and you're like, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a
he
lot
does
of
that
money.
stretch out
It's a
sign
lot
like
of
Wally
money.
the Cute Car guy from
Ridiculous how
SNL.
much money.
Well, my God, I'm sure it'll be. Not every divorce is expensive, right?
Every divorce is expensive.
They were all expensive.
Especially if you're doing it in Val Verde. Our divorce laws are insane.
Our divorce laws are like, give it up, pal. That's what it says on all the billboards for all of our divorce lawyers, because they know you're going to give it up, pal.
And then after that says, if you've got twinsies, you're screwsies. So, that's just Val Verde law.
Yep, that's Val Verde law.
This is tough information to hear, but I mean, hopefully,
honestly,
I'm hoping that the new product line will be able to turn things around.
There's a new product line that you need to tell us about.
That I was looking too forward to Def Leppard. Jeff Leppard, there you go.
Jeff Leppard. Now that's something pretty fun.
That is something. Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought about like one man Def Leppard?
Are you asking?
And you're just asking me. Now. You're not asking Jack Water.
JWJR, slow your roll for a second. I'm talking to my co-host here. Would you ever do that? You've got time.
I do have time. I mean, I've thought about it.
Would you ever do that?
I mean, I mean, if they can pull it off with a drummer with one arm, I think I can pull it off with no other arms helping out.
That's true.
I'll even do it with one arm tied behind my back. Jeff Leppard will be fucking nailing it.
Now, what song? What do you think? What are you opening with?
Are you asking?
I'm going to be opening with Heartache.
I'm asking him again. God Almighty.
Oh, you're asking Jack Water?
No, I'm asking you. Jack Water just keeps coming in.
Oh my God, Jack Water, please! I know you need to get to your product, but we're not going to be able to get to your product unless I'm able to answer what song I would start my set off with if I was Jeff Leppard. So, Whisp, that's a great question. What I would start off with is Bringing On a Heartache.
I'm going to say.
But I would change it to Heartbreak because I think this one has to be more intense. Because Ache is just a little like, I'm not feeling that great, but Break.
I don't know if I
let's up the ante. Much like probably how Jack Water's feeling right now with his business going down the tubes and his marriage as well. With two mouths to feed. Oh, boy.
Two new mouths. And new mouths.
Bringing on a heartbreak right there.
If there are new mouths, they're gonna eat so much Jack Water Jr. I'm sorry to say. But back to you, Jeff. I would open with this.
Did you say back to you, Jack, or back to Jeff?
Oh, my God.
Let's get. Okay, now to your new product, Jack Water Jr. What are we talking about? Are we talking about, is it water?
Yes, of course. We're a water company. So,
all right.
I think it was about when we first started the interview about an hour ago, I mentioned
30 minutes ago.
Liquid Death waters.
Yeah.
That's sort of
it's so delicious. That's what I have right here. They are the leading metal water, rock and roll water. And I got to tell you, you got to be a real fucking idiot to think you can take over for Liquid Death.
I mean, the iron grip that Liquid Death has on metal fans and hard rock fans, just clawing at the throats.
It's got me.
Just like you want water, but you want to make it look like you're drinking a beer so no one kicks you in the nuts, and you better drink Liquid Death.
This is a paid segment for...
Oh, I forgot. I'll throw you back
from speaking positively about them. Just during the.
Right. You won't get kicked in the nuts by Liquid Death. Does that make you feel better?
Whatever your new water is, it's gonna come. It's gonna take my scrotum for itself.
Oh my God!
And it's gonna twist it into a nice little mug for America.
Because I've already heard your new product is gonna give everyone in America torsion. With their nuts. It's just going to give one testicle just like, oh no.
Well, to be honest with you, that's not the image we want to put out there.
Really?
Retooling.
We're just blue skying here.
As part of our R&D process, that was a side effect. It was uncommon, but we are required to state that as a potential side effect. Is the
torsion from your new product is definitely maybe going to happen.
It primarily affects the left testicle, but it can affect both testicles. It just really depends on
double torsion,
the dosage, and the testicles in question.
Oh, I love a good dosage of water when I'm drinking water. Let's Don Draper this shit for a second there, Jack Water Jr. So let's say I'm a dad. I'm drinking this. Hey, I'm drinking whatever this water's called. That's
I'd love to get to what it is called if we.
Left testicle.
Oh God.
Left testicle. Hey, Dr. Semantics, could you take a look at my left testicle, please? Now I'm in the doctor's office. You're in
the doctor's office, and I'll be Dr. Semantics.
You're Dr.
in this
Semantics.
Case.
Okay, yeah.
And I say, I'm sorry. Did you drink this new product by Jack Water Jr.'s company that's clearly flailing right now?
Do you know what it's called?
Unfortunately, I can't give you a prescription to help because I don't know what it's called. If only he would let the world know what this new product is. Maybe try a Liquid Death next time.
And then I died.
And then he's dead.
And then it's black. Screen goes to black, and it says, and then he died.
And then Liquid Death sponsors his funeral, fills up his coffin with Liquid Death. 26 cases of it.
Bury me up, or whatever the flavor is.
Bury me dead.
Well, it's called.
Is this what your product is?
but I don't
Buried
really
Alive.
Buried Alive. Right.
I'm going to write that one down.
That's a good one.
Buried
And that's not your product. That's not a great
That's
name
not
for your
yours.
product.
We do have some great products that I'm very
Like what?
excited to
What
talk
do we
about.
got here?
So the new product line, as I said, we're sort of directly competing.
It's time for weather on 108.9 The Hawk.
Well, looking at the Channel 8 Doppler. Sorry about this. We will get
Hold
to
on,
you
we
in
got to
one
do this.
second.
We'll get there.
Channel 8 Doppler. Is this
Channel
the
8
right way?
Doppler. Are you having a hard time reading it? The facts, I got to say,
get my
the fax
reading
machine from the
glasses on.
Doppler, I keep telling Scotty, I think that bit matrix is just going dick, 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 and only doing half of it sometimes.
Cold.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Weather.
Weather
Back to
has-
you. Take off my reading glasses. Back to you, J.
back to me?
Water Jr.
Back to you, J.R.
Tell us a little about your new product.
Sure. So as I was saying, we are very excited about the new product line. It is a direct competitor with Liquid Death. We're hoping it brings a fresh identity to the space. Also, in your little scenario earlier, the doctor sort of prescribed Liquid Death to the patient.
Dr. Semantics.
Dr. Semantics gave a dose of liquid death.
He
Yeah,
did.
what
He
in this
dosed it
little
out.
scenario. You don't have to be condescending about the little
I mean,
scenario.
that's
I just wanted to
exactly.
clarify, Liquid Death is not it's not FDA approved for the treatment of anything. Our new product is currently pending approval. It is a medical product. It will be prescription.
Really?
Yours is a medical product that will have to have a prescription and able to get it. Because I can just go into any 7-Eleven. I can go into any Johnny's Bodegas.
I can go into any Dr. Semantics office and
I
get
could go
some liquid death.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're going to have to go to Dr. Semantics' office.
But he
I
won't.
know-
Dr. Semantics will be like, I don't need a prescription if you want Dr. Death. And I go, I don't want Dr.
7-Eleven.
Death. And he goes, liquid death. And he goes,
Death. You got any of those tall boys at Doctor? Is it called Dr. Death?
Is that what your
products?
new product is? Is it Dr. Death?
Is it Dr. Death?
No, our product is
Good,
going to be the
good.
first ever prescription water, and we are very excited about that. The product line is called Liquid Metal.
liquid? Wow.
Liquid
So
metal.
it comes
Liquid
with
metal.
It comes in a variety of flavors. We've sort of taken a look at the landscape. My understanding is they're going to be getting fluoride out of the drinking water pretty soon. So our first.
Oh, my God.
They better.
They better. There's one thing that's been keeping me up nights.
Oh. I'm
Is
just
this
like,
concept of fluoride in water.
it's 2 a.m. and I'm just like,
Well,
okay, so no fluoride in liquid metal.
sorry,
Thank
that's
Christ.
actually not what I. They're getting the fluoride out of the drinking water supply, so we are putting massive amounts of fluoride.
You're putting.
Well, no, that's what keeps me up. I was always like, I don't want fluoride in my drinking water. I want it in products I buy.
That's right. So
I want my water in a giant tall boy to be like I'm sucking on some toothpaste.
with a prescription. So when
With a
I'm going
prescription.
over to Drugmore, my local Drugmore, I've got a prescription from Dr. Jimmy, my real doctor that I based Dr. Semantics on.
Of course.
I'm going in there and I've got the biggest piece of paper, which is a prescription for Viagra. I need it for headaches. It's just for headaches. And I go in there.
Does other things. Get off his back.
Not that I'm aware of. It is just for headaches. And I hand it over to the pharmacist and I say, this is just for headaches. And he's like, oh. And then he's like, oh, wait a second. It says liquid metal on here too. 2 tall boys or 1. And I'm like, 1. And then he hands me both. Is that what's going to happen? Because I'm not getting 2 because I haven't tried it.
Sure,
it's not
that's
market
one
tried.
possible scenario. I mean, it depends. Our different flavors are all for different.
Oh, yeah. Could you tell me
maladies.
more about
give
the
us some
flavors?
flavors.
Give us
you
a breakdown
mentioned-
of the
You mentioned
flavors.
you have a Viagra prescription. I don't really need to know what that's for or why.
For headaches.
Headaches. For headaches.
We do one of our initial flavors in our launch is Viagra grape. So that's going to be a great flavor.
Great. That is very good.
I love it.
It's going to be a grape flavored prescription water that is uses all the active ingredients of Viagra, and that's going to be available to all ages.
All finally.
All ages get the full strength of Viagra, but in water.
So you're a
Finally.
high school kid and you're just like, oh man, I got the worst headache right before prom.
My God.
And you're like, I have the worst headache. Can I get through this prom?
That's right.
I'm going to need a Viagra.
That's right.
My God.
That's a commercial. I just gave, you can put that.
I don't want to have sex at this prom because I'm a
don't.
virgin, but my
I'm
head
the
is
biggest
banging
virgin
right now.
dullard in Val Verde, but biggest headache.
Biggest headache.
See, the thing about our product, we don't require you to tell us what they are for. It's sort of just a flavor-based prescription.
I like that.
So when you go in, just you're able to speak with your doctor, whether it's Dr. Semantics or we have an online portal where you can speak with one of our healthcare professionals.
Really? Now, are these real people or just chatbots?
We seek to provide a real doctor for each interaction. We're currently
your best.
We're building up capacity.
You gotta try.
We're building capacity.
You gotta seek to try.
Yes.
You got to seek to try.
You gotta see. That was my song. Of course, everybody knows my hit from 1993 at the
Gotta
top.
seek to try.
Yeah, got to seek to try.
You gotta remember my 1995 hit, Seek to Try.
And it was also the original title of Seek and Destroy by Metallica, but when Dave Mustaine wrote it, and he
when
still
Mustaine-
sticks by it, and
he's
then
still like,
he got in
"What
that
do you
whole legal
mean?
battle.
What do you mean you changed the title? Okay. Now what? I have a big question here, and this is a question
This is a
that
big
comes
one.
from. This is coming from the slob line here. Of course, that's where any of the listeners here in Val Verde can write in a question, and we have to ask these are the slob.
Positive feedback.
It is.
We've only
It
gotten
says
through one flavor, and I just hope it's positive feedback.
Oh no, this is completely positive. Dear Jack Water, it doesn't say Junior. I'm sorry. This could be for your father.
Could be, but we'll see.
But it says, I'm still having issues down there. Why?
Now is
I sent that one in. Keg stands. All right,
I
answer
knew
keg
it.
stand. I knew it.
It was signed Keg Stand. I don't have to say who did it, but it is our own dirtbag sidekick. Keg Stand. Let me pop open a soda, Dad. I can't say them because they're not the sponsors, but of course, they got this new hard water that is absolutely delicious.
well, you can mention them. Just please don't speak positively about them.
Okay, I will not say a
Do
good
not say
word.
anything good about soda, Dad.
Oh, goddamn, that's delicious.
Wisp.
Goddamn.
Wisp.
No, that was off mic. There was no.
Oh, that was
heard
off
it.
mic. I just
That was
heard
off
it
mic.
because
Everybody
I can
knows
hear
it.
you.
Because we're tied together
What is
Yeah,
that?
if it's off mic,
through the
that's
umbilical
fine.
cord.
My God, the
And
umbilical
to-
cord of radio.
So why does this person?
Question.
Yeah.
I know I mentioned we are sort of a no questions asked prescription water, but I just do need a little clarity. Has this person consumed our product or no? Because it doesn't seem like they have. They're just sort of asking in general.
I drank 20 cases of it. Keg stands.
20
Jesus
cases
Christ.
of-
20
of
cases of
Viagra.
Viagra.
Viagra. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I think one of the first issues is that this is a pre-launch product. So wherever you were able to get access to 20 cases of Viagra, those may have been prototypes that may have been.
I got them from a dumpster behind Flappers. Keg stands.
Oh, Flappers, the
Oh,
best
my
wings around. If you haven't had wings, you got to go down to Flappers. They've got 278 different wing combinations.
And apparently, if you want Viagra, you just got to go to the dumpster behind there. Are
gotta
you
go to the
dumping Viagra
dumpster.
into the dumpster in Flappers?
when our product has a very limited shelf life. Our product has about a 15 to 20 minute shelf life. So
Wow.
that it is delivered. If we are not able to sell out, we do have to eliminate that product. So that may be what's going on down there, as you put it. That was most likely expired product. I can't confirm that 100%.
Well,
we're gonna-
sounds like you're basically confirming.
Basically.
It's basically.
So basically,
I mean,
in my scenario before.
98, 99%, but I
99,
can't confirm it 100%.
Right.
So
So is that
basically,
1%?
In my scenario before, when I'm taking my Viagra to the
For
drugstore
headaches.
for headaches, you're saying I have to haul fucking ass to get out of Drugmore and drink it within a 20-minute period, or I'm gonna have problems.
Also, depending on when it was delivered to Drugmore.
It could be. They better have been freshly delivered to Drugmore.
That's right.
Handed over to my idiot pharmacist, handed to me within a 10 to 20 minute period from the factory to Drugmore to me, the consumer.
That's right.
Of course, this segment is sponsored by Idiot Pharmacist, the new pharmacy in Drugmore that's
my God.
Takes no insurance, and they get your prescription wrong half the time. So I don't know if I'd be trusting that, actually, when you get this Viagra from Idiot Pharmacist.
Well, just our products are clearly labeled with a Best Buy time. And so as long as you follow, the labels, then you should be totally fine.
You wash your hands of it legally. It's kind of like putting up like one of those signs: no shirt, no shoes, no shirt, no service.
And just to be clear, the testicular torsion side effects that we did mention earlier, they're extremely rare in the fresh product. It's over 100% in the expired product.
Oh, really?
If you're, especially in the Viagrape line, that is...
wow.
Viagrape.
Wow.
We have over 100% occurrence of testicular torsion in the expired product, unfortunately.
Well, I can tell you one thing. We're going to talk more to Jack Water Jr. about Liquid Metal, his new prescription-only water product that gives you some problems down there, potentially, allegedly.
Potentially, 100% if expired.
If expired, yes, but...
If it's expired.
If you use the product as directed, you should be completely fine.
But follow the rules.
There is one thing it could do for you. If I'm hearing everything correctly, it could potentially keep you running. It's the Doobie Brothers on 108.9. The Hawk.
Have you been in an accident? Fender bender giving you vertigo? Don't let insurance play you like a fool when they try to tell you it's a beautiful day. But you know it's more like a Sunday bloody Sunday. You need someone who knows the beat of justice. Someone who can handle the tempo of your case. Someone who won't leave with or without you when it comes to getting the compensation you deserve. You need the law office of Larry Mullen Jr. Larry Mullen Jr. isn't just a world-renowned drummer. He's also a dedicated accident attorney, practicing right here in Val Verde. He understands the complexities of personal injury law and will fight tirelessly to get you the sweetest thing you deserve, a multi-million-dollar settlement. He'll be there for you, one call at a time. From car accidents to slip and falls, the law office of Larry Mullen Jr. will handle your case with the same passion and precision he brings to his music. Don't let them tell you to shut up and stare at the sun. Your right to compensation is real. Don't let an accident ruin your rhythm. Call the law office of Larry Mullen Jr. today for a free consultation. Uno, dos, tres, catorce. Call Larry now.
Larry Mullen Jr.
He's the put-upon husband who just wants to call the shots. She's the put-upon wife who just wants to call the shots. And he's the fun-loving childhood friend who sometimes acts like he's put upon and he just wants to call the shots. Patrick Duffy, Jamie Gertz, and Taylor Negron. In the TGIF sitcom that had a very thin premise but a title people loved so much that it had over 200 episodes. My Two Wives. Even though, again, not really two wives. It's just, sometimes friends are around a lot. What do we say? In retrospect, not much of a premise, but pure hilarity. On the Channel 8 Flashback Friday Fun Block. Channel 8, your home for great shit.
Oh, it's Even Flow, Pearl Jam from the 10 album. That's 10 to 20 minutes that you have before that Liquid Metal Tall Boy expires right in your hand. Right in your hand. It is.
And I hope there's an Even Flow in that Tall Boy coming in, because if there's not, you might be jumping over that expiration time.
I hope you're still alive after that 10 to 20 minutes.
We have had no cases of death. And I'm sorry to be a stickler,
well, that's good. Yeah.
You implied before the break that the Viagrape would keep you running. I don't know if that was a reference to diarrhea, but...
No, I meant just
in our clinical trials, diarrhea was a statistically non-relevant occurrence. So just to clarify.
Statistically non-relevant. That's fantastic.
Keg stand, is it a statistically... I don't know.
I'm flowing like a river. Keg stands. Well,
that's
then,
what I was
looking
statistically.
Statistically, keg stands just got a little real.
That's just anecdotal. That's just one man. We don't know if he had pre-existing conditions. We don't know what his sort of state of health was prior to using.
He does have a lot of pre-existing conditions.
A lot of pre-existing conditions.
And I never trust anecdotal. Every time I hear about some great new product on a podcast that some comedian's pushing on me, I'm always like, "Do you got any anecdotes? I don't want to hear them."
Are there any
I don't want to hear them.
And I do just want to mention, speaking of sort of clinical trials, I am required to mention that if you do consume our product, you are ineligible for health care coverage, just to be clear.
Really? In general, from
Just
anything.
in general. Everyone.
In general, yes.
Oh, my God.
And you actually can be refused treatment at a hospital, even if you have used
Really?
our products, just
Really?
due to this sort of the infectious nature of some of the flavors.
Like, you
Viagra,
can't stop
like-
drinking it because it's so delicious. Is that why it's
like,
infectious?
this is so good. This is infectious.
Well,
It's an infectious groove you get out of it.
Certainly, some of the flavors are very delicious, but certain of the flavor lines are I forget the exact phrase. Epidemial.
Epidelicious?
Delicious?
They have been known to cause epidemics and even one pandemic.
Really?
They cause a pandemic.
What flavor would that be? Like plumdemic?
COVID-13 was one of our most
Oh my God! I'm sure your lawyers were like, maybe don't call this one COVID-13. You're playing with fire on this one.
God, you are taking me back right to 2023 when we had to deal with COVID-13.
That's right. That's right.
So
You don't
many
watch out. Eric Clapton's going to be writing some songs about your water. I'll tell you that right now.
That's right.
I hope so.
That would be free advertising. So
that would be. And have you heard from your accountants in this time that you've been on here on 108.9 The Hawk? How we doing money-wise?
My phone appears to have been shut off. I don't know if the bill wasn't paid or what, but my service has completely stopped. I can't log into my work email, so I may have been. I'm not entirely sure.
That's usually not a big problem.
That's not a big problem.
That's usually not a harbinger of doom.
No, that means nothing. That means nothing. You know what you should get? You should toss that phone to the ground. You should breathe in some of the air here in the Rock and Roller V and take in a nice game of Goof, Stoops, and Troops. Okay, I'm going to name some things, and you're going to have to tell me, is it a goof, which means it's real?
Okay.
It's a spoof, which means
I was able to get one bar of service.
We're doing good.
My divorce is final. I won't be allowed to see the kids, and I have been fired. But okay, let's go ahead and continue.
Let's play. Okay, so this is going to be the Jack Water Jr. version of Goofs, Spoofs, or Truths. Remember. Wait, no. Did I get the rules wrong, Scotty? It's been a while since we played this.
It's been a while since we've goofed, spoofed, or truth.
So a goof is wrong. A spoof is wrong. A truth is right. So which one? I'm going to name off some things, and you tell me which one is a goof, which one feels to you like a spoof,
okay,
and which one's a truth. And here we go.
Legally, if they're in reference to any of our products, I'm not allowed to speak about them legally. But as long as it has nothing to do with.
Oh, jeez. That's going to really mess with this game.
I really kind of fucked up the game there.
So, Wisp, I don't think we can do the one about how liquid metal is already a trademarked thing from Sirius Radio.
That one.
Probably going to get sued. That's actually their metal show, so I guess we're not going to do that.
Can't do the one about your wife where I just go, your wife, like Borat. Because that's what he says.
The one about how their other product, Ozempic, that berry-flavored Ozempic, has actually been... people's heads have been exploding 99% of the time. So we don't bring up that one.
No, that would be a truth.
That would be a truth if we were doing the game, but we can't do that one legally. So
I can't do the one about how there's just basically a lake of acid just all around the liquid metal and what was formerly known as the Jack Water building. I'm not gonna
and you know what? Scratch the one about Jim Gaffigan. Is now with Jack Water Jr.'s wife.
Yeah. Well, that is a truth as well.
That's it. That one. But that one's kind of a split between spoof and truth.
Yeah, we won't play the game.
Get a little
we
humorous.
Won't play the game. It's a little personal. That. That's the thing about that game.
The game's a little bit of a personal attack.
So, okay.
Okay, no game, I guess. All right. Well,
I'd be happy to play the game, but I just, for legal, I've been advised strongly to not comment on certain.
No, I get it. You have to go by the rules. I mean,
the best way to play a game on terrestrial radio is with legal handcuffs. So, you know.
Good stuff. You know who doesn't play by the rules? Liquid Death.
Oh, my God. Not at all.
It's 8:02, by the way, here on 108.9 The Hawk. So we can legally say anything we want about Liquid Death. Your hour's over. Your hour's done, Jack Water Jr. Back to my big old Nalgene thing.
I can admit I'm drinking it right now. It's delicious.
It is delicious, isn't it?
Liquid Death won't give you torsion. God. I mean, and that's
no
the rule.
Torsion.
That's something that they will prove to you.
No Drea.
No Rhea.
It's not going to take your wife away.
Well, no.
That's. I mean, we should Don Draper that one, honestly, for Liquid Death. God. Liquid Death will not take your wife away from you.
My God, you use the tune of "I'd like to teach the world to sing," but it's like, I promise I won't take your wife away. Drinking Liquid Death.
And then she'll live in my house, not yours. And by the way, I have twin houses next door to each other. I can't afford that.
When I talk about tall boys, I'm talking about my penis. And that's what it is. It's true, though. It's true.
There's an 8 o'clock joke for you.
8 o'clock joke, baby.
8 o'clock joke. Oh, I do have Jack Water Sr. on the line.
Oh, my God.
Jack Water Sr., you're on with your son, Jack Water Jr. What do you have to say?
What the hell did you do to my business?
Ooh, that
I worked my ass to the bone.
To the bone.
To come up with a name for Jack Water. The most trusted water in all of Val Verde. It'll go all over your face and nobody complains about it. And you come in and we were on the top. I was swimming in water, Scrooge McDuck style. And now we are dying because of you.
I'm trying.
I wish I never had a son, Jack Water Jr.
Oh, click.
Wow.
Jesus. I'm very lucky.
My dad said the same things to me. Keg stand. Wow.
That's
my dad only ever really
interactions we've had. So
really, that's a positive interaction.
That was positive. Really.
That's a positive one.
That was downright loving compared to sort of how they normally.
Wow. Well, see, my dad only said Burlington Turlington. It was his name. It's the only thing he said ever. And
it was like Smurf language.
It was really Smurf language. It was my own personal Groot that did not want to raise me.
Oh, my God. And he sounded exactly like Vin Diesel when your dad talked.
Like, he's like,
which is fantastic.
I would have loved to hear him say family to me once.
My God.
Could only say that.
Did he ever say, we are Burlington, Turlington?
He did not. I wish he would have.
We are Burlington, Turlington.
He just said Burlington, Turlington over and over. We all have shit. I mean, if you're going to take anything from this episode of the Geoff and Whisp Show, Jack Water Jr., we've all got shit. We've all got shit. And when you know what? When you got shit around you, Jack Water Jr., I'm not going to say to make lemonade. I'm not. When you've got this much shit around you, you're going to say to yourself,
flavors.
What is lemonade?
Really?
Shit lemonade?
Shit lemonade. Wow.
Was a flavor of your prescription only water? You're like, oh, please let me get the ointment for my wound. Also, can you toss in a shit lemonade, please?
Well, fecal transplants are a growing space. We're learning more and more about them. And
it is true.
Shit lemonade's great for leaky gut.
Yeah, we got Dr. Semantex coming up in this hour. He's going to talk a little bit about exactly what you're talking about in our health segment. Health. That's coming up very soon. But when I was talking about the shit that we all have, of course, we can all smell it. And you know what that means. Oh, that smell. It's Leonard Skinner on 108.9, The Hawk.
You're listening to 108.9, The Hawk.
Zach Cherry, welcome back to 108.9, The Hawk.
Hello.
I have never had a water. As soon as you said that it was fucking prescription only, I'm like, you're never going to, I mean, maybe in a world, I don't know how that would sell. Did it used to be a thing? Like it was like Electro, it was Pedialyte.
Well, they'd have like elixir. I mean, like in like 18
Yeah, tonics. You essentially were selling like
tonics
snake oil
and elixirs and
Right.
You were selling Geritol or whatever.
Yeah.
I just watched Quiz Show again, and I was like, oh yeah, what are those? It maybe gives you flipper babies, but
Exactly.
you know,
There's nothing wrong with flipper babies.
nothing wrong with flipper babies.
We love them all. We love all babies here on 108.9 The Hawk.
That's one
important
thing
to
remember.
It is.
It
You
is
gotta
the main
remember that.
takeaway, really.
Just
Though,
put that
is
on.
We love all babies.
Put that on. Put that in our AV club.
and we
review.
love Zach Cherry.
And we love Zach Cherry, and it's so good to have you back. We are in the middle of like a run of guests coming back for the third time. Like we had Antaminic back. There was another one too.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm, as they say.
Third time is a charm.
man. It's so good to have you back. Of course, new season of Severance going on right now.
Very exciting.
It's so good. It's so exciting.
Thank
I have no idea what is happening. It's the same way as the first season too, where it's just like, I'm taking the ride. I'm taking the ride. I'm going to see.
I think that is the way to approach it.
I do this.
It's
thing.
also though nice to just watch a show with like someone you know, like a friend that you're like, you don't have to lie at all about like, oh yeah, I'm really into it. Like it's just like I'll watch it and like forget it's you, and then just be like, God, he's just so enjoyable. The whole thing is so enjoyable.
Yeah. I will say there's this thing that I do. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with the Gateway tapes?
No,
Not even a little bit.
no.
Okay.
What is that?
So the Gateway tapes are this thing they created by Robert Monroe, and it is a way to meditate where in one ear you get one tone, and then in the other ear you get another tone, and they create another tone like in your head. And it's supposed to like help you like remote view things or astral project and stuff. And it was the CIA apparently used it a lot in the 80s.
Sure.
And I'm really into it. I'm not into it for like the, I'm going to remote view. I'm going to be Doctor Strange just floating around and shit. But
you are kind of my Doctor Strange.
I'm a little, a lot of people refer to me
Dormammu.
as Doctor Strange. Dormammu. But I will say that I'm on the Reddit for this.
Oh, boy.
And somebody said, holy shit, I think this season's Severance is about the Gateway tapes.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
I don't think it is.
I mean, I have no idea. I have never heard
Zach
of it.
doesn't even know what the hell it is, so he definitely doesn't think
That
it
doesn't
is.
mean
I don't think it is.
that does not mean that it isn't about that. They don't like walk me through every like illusion we're making,
Right. Ben Stiller's not like, you want to leave your body, Zach? Listen to this.
Zach, come over here for a second.
Come
I got
over
a
here.
tape for you.
I'm going to tape I want you to listen
I haven't
to.
been indoctrinated.
I got to say, it sounds hellish. As someone with genetic hearing loss and tinnitus, like I have that all the time anyways.
It's pretty interesting, man. It will fuck with you. You do think you see stuff and like, but at the end of it too, I found like I'm not very good at meditation, but for whatever reason, this one works.
You can
don't
do
know.
it with just regular. You don't need special equipment or anything.
Yeah, just headphones.
Just regular headphones?
I will send you the link. I will put a link
try
here for
it.
people to check out the Gateway tapes.
I've been trying to do more meditation lately because I do. The first time I ever did meditation, I had a straight up panic attack because I couldn't not picture someone was going to sneak in my apartment and slit my throat.
It's
like,
also
it's like
it's
I
so-
felt so
yeah.
vulnerable.
Yeah. It's so hard to like focus in and not think of things like, oh shit, I got to edit that episode of The Hawk. Oh shit, I'm hungry. I didn't eat lunch. Did I take my meds this morning? I don't know. Another thing I wanted to ask you about, because of course now we know it's not about the Gateway tapes. There you go, Reddit.
Spoiler.
I
it's
didn't. I
not
actually
about
did
the
not
gateway
say
tapes.
that. I did not
Honestly,
say it's
you
not
didn't
about
say
it.
that.
I
So
just
it's
said I don't
that
know.
Reddit's going to be like, he didn't fucking say it, which
Jason,
means
could you
it
make sure
is.
that you make a marker?
Okay, set
for
marker.
this poll quote of
Set
Zach?
marker. The marketing before the show came out put you guys in a cube in Grand Central Station.
That's right.
What was that like?
It was really fun, honestly. It was. It was very strange. I did not necessarily think it would be fun prior to doing it, because they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna go in this box for 3 hours." We were in there for 3 hours.
That's insane.
And for the first like 10 minutes or so, it was kind of like, okay, what are we doing? But then once we kind of found a groove, we all were like, well, I could have stayed in there for a few more hours. Like, it was...
That's insane.
Yeah, we were having a lot of fun. No one could hear us, so that helped. But we were just in there living our lives in character, doing our thing. It was fun. Very weird.
Did you talk Severance meets Marina Abramovich situation.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about normal things in there, or did you?
No, we were in character. We were like locked in.
You were in character talking about.
It was a day at Lumen. We were at work.
That's insane.
Talking about finger traps.
Yeah,
fantastic. I love it. I love, too, that I truly thought about Severance this morning when I said I was watching Quiz Show, because I realized it was on, like, Hoopla, the, like, library, and for some reason I was like, I want to watch Quiz Show. And there's a scene in there where Marty Scorsese, who plays the guy who runs Geritol, is wearing a kimono eating melon, which was supposed to be the height of he's, like, a rich man in the 50s. But I was like, oh, he's got a melon party. There you go. That's
could be a scene out of Severance.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Zach, we absolutely love you. Anything you want to plug outside of Severance? Anything else going on? Any shows or anything?
You got Severance Season 2, and you, of course, got the Great American Baking Show on the Roku.
Oh, my God. Yes.
And
wait, is there a new season coming?
We got a new season coming. We got some specials. We got a holiday special. We got a big game special.
Oh, I think I did see the Roku ad for the big game special. I was like, I got to watch that.
So if you're looking for some pleasant baking content.
You're my number one advertised person on Roku.
I mean, like, yeah, they're really
nonstop.
They're really going for it right now.
That's amazing. Great. That's programming for me, man. That's what I love to watch. It just turns. We watch that. We watch it's some cooking show where they like basically cook with all the different things and rate which one that they like. I can't even think of the name. Where they make like 5 different Salisbury steaks and tell you which recipe is the best.
Good. Oh, is that like America's Test Kitchen?
It's America's Test Kitchen, 100%.
They do stuff like that, yeah.
Yes, I love that show.
I'm just always searching for some fucked up 80s action movie or Taskmaster, and then every once in a while being reminded of like, oh, I got to go back to Zach because he's on the side of my room.
Yeah, man, they won't let me leave Roku City. I'm
you're stuck.
A permanent resident.
That fucking alien keeps attacking your building that you live in.
108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.
A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station.
Hear and see new episodes every Monday. Subscribe on YouTube,
Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
Pocket Casts,
Overcast, and wherever you get your podcasts. Support the show by going to patreon.com/1089 The Hawk. Get video and audio episodes 1 week early, bonus shows, and so much more. Get that merch by going to our website at 1089thehawk.com. And if you like what you heard in this episode, you can check out a ton of 108.9 The Hawk episodes on our website at 1089thehawk.com or wherever you get your podcasts. A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station. 108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.